Yo, everybody, what's up? Happy 454 Friday, and welcome to Tommy Talk. You know, last week we're talking about the time of season we're in, about the planting and sowing those little seeds in there so you can get some fruits and vegetables going for your garden. And of course, we talked about how it symbolizes or was a metaphor for making a mental garden that will benefit you and benefit others by what you produce as well. And so I'm going to expand that a little bit today and talk about trees. Because there's a saying that the tree that you plant today will provide shade for others tomorrow. One thing real quick about trees though, is the fact that sometimes they take a little while to grow. And so the person planting the tree may not always receive the benefit of the shade or the fruit. And so the whole point of this discussion is the fact that the person who plants a tree does that knowing that he may not receive those benefits. But he does it because he knows others will receive those benefits. And so for that person to do that, in a sense, is just demonstrating a selfless action to the degree that he wants to help others, maybe his family, his children, maybe, and then others who also will benefit from that. So somebody who has some compassion, who has the willingness, the thoughtfulness, the selflessness to do that is what this is all about. And so one of the things that we want to do is maybe cover up some points that how we can do that in a sense. And so what are some ways that we can plant a tree selflessly with determination and thoughtfulness and with love, basically, so that others can benefit? Well, one thing you can do is leave a legacy. Of course, a legacy is a long-lasting impact that whatever you did is going to have on someone or something. Another thing you can do is just, of course, be an example to others. Primarily, of course, like I said, we want to be a good example for our children, and of course, others that are going to be in our little world as well. And always remember that, though, being an example is pretty important because, believe it or not, your children are pretty much going to be doing and acting and saying the same things that you do. So that's why it's important to be a good example. Another thing you want to do too is make sacrifices. Of course, that means you're going to give up something in order for others to benefit. And one lasting thing is if you are able to, be able to give your services or your products to somebody for free. Because sometimes, people are in bad shape or just had some bad times that they've been experiencing. But if you can help them out in that way, no doubt they'll never forget it when times do get better for them. So when all of this is done, the one really kind of cool effect that it can have is that when it's done successfully and meaningfully and with depth, it can have a rippling effect. You know how you drop a stone or something like that into the water and it just ripples out. And that's kind of the effect this could have too. Another term that we've heard lately too is calling it paying it forward. So you can see how broad and how far out and far reaching this can be by doing some simple acts that you can do that's going to benefit others later. So symbolically, go out, dig your hole, plant your tree, and sit back and keeping in mind that others are going to benefit from that shade or from that fruit. And when you do this, you will surely be one to benefit from the experience of what true depth and meaning of life really is all about. Okay? So go out there and get it. Get your fingers dirty, get your hands dirty, and you'll really benefit yourself. So it's very simple. All right, we'll catch you next week. So how y'all have a good one. Happy 454 Friday, baby.